The best advice in terms of speech structure is keep it simple. That'll help you, and that'll therefore help your audience. In fact, I would go as far as saying that if you can't write the structure of your speech on the back of an envelope, it's probably already too complicated for people to follow. A basic speech, you're looking at a beginning, a middle, and an ending. The middle, it's the longest part in terms of time, but in terms of impact, it's the beginning and the ending that really matter. In fact, it's often said that those first few seconds and those last few seconds equal about 90% of the impact that your speech makes. So, if you think about it, if you start well, speak a lot of rubbish in the middle, and then finish well, the overall impression is going to be fairly good. And what often sets good speakers apart is their ability to start with impact and to come to a logical conclusion at the end of their presentation. Two good ways maybe of approaching a speech. One is to start in the middle, if you know what you want to talk about. For instance, I'd like to talk about music. Now I've got to work out, what do I want to say about music? Why am I talking about music? What's my particular point? And that will then help me with my conclusion. I will then go back to the beginning to find out a good way of attracting my audience, hooking them in, maybe with a rhetorical question, maybe with a controversial statement or a statistic. The other good way of approaching a speech is if you have a message, you know what you want to say at the end. So my conclusion could be, winners never quit, quitters never win. I then work backwards to think, what stories do I know? What examples do I have maybe from my own life that I could use to illustrate that point? And then once again, back to the beginning, find a good way of starting clearly to get your audience engaged. So structure is the key. And if it's clear and if it's concise, it's going to make you seem and feel capable and confident.